guys, Heathway here and welcome back to yet another episode of the FIFA 19 Team of the Season Market Update series. Today's main question that I'm going to be answering, that I've seen a lot in previous videos, is when exactly should you buy Team of the Season players? This should apply not only to the most consistent but to all of the different Team of the Season squads that we're going to see over the next couple of weeks. We're also going to be taking a look at the prices of meta gold cards and icons to see how they've fluctuated over the past few days. And I'll be letting you guys know about everything that I think is going to happen on the market in the next week or so. We're going to start off by looking at the prices of blue cards, and as a general kind of rule of thumb, what you can see with these is that they're dropping in price, and that's just because they've been in packs for quite some time. That's what we're seeing. The longer these cards are in packs, the lower they drop in price, and that's what we've seen since they've been released. And that means if you guys are looking to buy any of these blue cards or any blue cards available in packs, it's best to wait towards the end of their cycle in packs. They're all in packs for a week. Some of them will be in packs a little bit longer if they're in the Team of the Seasons following the most consistent. So for example, Wan-Bissaka and Stones and a few of the other Premier League Team of the Seasons in the most consistent will probably be in the Premier League Team of the Season, which is next week, so they'll have 2 weeks of being in packs. In which case, if you want to get them at their cheapest, you want to wait until towards the end of the time that they are in packs, just because there's going to be a bigger supply of them on the market. And the demand's going to be quite high initially because there's going to be a brand new card that people are going to want to go and buy and try out, and that's gradually going to diminish as these cards are in packs and the novelty factor starts to wear off. Now, I think the very best time is typically when we have lightning rounds and you can try and snipe the cards, or you can bid on them and you can get better deals. The typical fluctuation you see with Team of the Season cards is they go low from 6 to 9 PM UK time when we have lightning rounds. They dip down just because they're packed so much, and then they gradually recover and rebound slightly into the next day. And then around kind of like 4-5 PM is generally when they're at their highest, between midday and then normally. I'm talking about UK time, so obviously if you're in the United States, for example, it's going to be a little bit different. And then they drop down again when we have those lightning rounds, and they just keep getting lower and lower and lower throughout the week, just because there's more and more of them getting packed, and as I've already said, that novelty factor starts to wear off. Now, I don't think you want to buy these on like the last day of them being available, just because that's when a lot of other people will probably do the same, and that's actually going to cause the cards to rise in price. But normally I think a good time is going to be just before a new Team of the Season comes out, maybe the day before. Thursday morning, for example, is a really nice time because you've got rewards, lots of packs going to be opened, and you will see the cards drop down in value. So for example, Wan-Bissaka, a card I'm personally looking at, yesterday was about 170k, now he's down at like 160k or so, a little bit lower in some cases. And I expect with all the packs that will be open tonight, we'll probably see him go down to like 150k, maybe even a little bit lower. He'll then recover to maybe like 155, then go down to maybe 145 or so with tomorrow's set of lightning rounds. And then when we have rewards on Thursday, I think is when he's going to be super low. However, bear in mind, you're then going to have him re-release most likely with the Premier League, and he's going to get packed a whole lot more as one of the lowest rated guys there. He'll get packed so much. And if you're looking to get Wan-Bissaka, for example, I think Thursday during the Premier League Team of the Season, Thursday morning when rewards are available, not after that, because as soon as people have got all their coins and everything from rewards, the market rises. So you don't want to be getting your cards kind of like 10, 11, 12 PM UK time. Basically, it needs to be bang on as soon as rewards come out, which is 9 PM, or not 9 PM, 9 AM UK time, I should say. Basically, as soon as rewards come out, that's when there's going to be a lot of these cards getting packed, and people will list them up just to get as many coins as they can, because typically with rewards, that's when people then go and start buying their teams to the weekend league. So if they pack a blue card they don't want, they're going to sell them to get as many coins as possible. So during that initial kind of like 10, 20 to 30 minutes or so, since when rewards come out, which is 9 AM UK time, I think that's going to be the best time to buy a lot of the Team of the Season players. So if you are wondering when to buy, I think that's going to be a good time. If you're wondering when to sell, I have a lot of people asking me when they should sell their cards. Typically it's going to be like midday to about 5 PM UK time. As I said, that's when these cards tend to be at their highest, and they get lower each day. So the sooner you sell them, the better. Try and sell them in that window there when there aren't really any packs or any SBCs affecting the player prices. That is if you're talking about any of the good cards, any of the most consistent. If you're looking at the EFL Team of the Seasons, these ones are mainly being invested in for SBCs, and currently we've got an EFL Team of the Season SBC that doesn't require any of these Team of the Seasons, but tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 p.m, I think we're going to have an SBC that will require blue cards, and it will be a guaranteed most consistent SBC. So with that, we're going to see these cards most likely rise in price. We're going to see a lot of hype beforehand, and if you guys are invested in a lot of these cards, I'd recommend selling quite a few of them into the hype before those SBCs do come out. However, if we don't need any for that SBC, these cards are going to plummet down. I think that's going to be a great time to buy any if you are looking to make investments. If we don't need any for the community team of the season SBC, because I think during the Premier League and some of those bigger leagues, we will almost certainly require blue cards. Unless EA do something to just kind of screw investors, given that last year they made so many coins from picking up these types of players. So I think if you're looking to get any of these types of players there, your best time is again going to be in the evenings when they drop down in value, when they get packed a lot. These cards, they get packed so much, so you can get loads of good deals on bid. Just spamming open bid deals on these types of players here, you can get some really, really good deals, and also by sniping them. You can see here that I'm actually winning this Henderson with just a couple of seconds to go for just over 20,000 coins. I'd be very surprised if I get him for this cheap, because this is basically discard price. I mean, it looks like we're actually going to get him. 3, 2, 1. We've managed to get a Henderson for just over 20k. I don't know how. Have I got him? I must have. I mean, that's a crazy deal. That is a great deal, because that is discard price for these cards, and they typically kind of go for about 28k or so. I think that's the price that this guy normally goes for. Look, you can't see any for anywhere near 20k, so that's pretty crazy. And that goes to show that currently it is 6:24, so we'll have had lightning rounds come out at 6. These cards won't be from those lightning rounds. They'll be from people panicking, I imagine, and just selling these cards before, thinking there may have been like there may not have been an SBC and they wanted to just get rid of their cards. But I mean, we got a really good deal there. I could flip him now for like 7 or 8k profit, but I'll probably sell him tomorrow evening when we have more hype for the incoming SBC. But there we go. That's when to buy and sell your blue cards. Looking at the gold cards, they're still dropping down. Ronaldo's now well below 900k. And you've seen this recently, like all of these high-end gold cards is dropping by the day. They're getting lower and lower and lower, and when we start to have the really big leagues, this is when they're going to absolutely plummet and just bottom out in value. However, when these cards actually get in team of the season, so when Ronaldo's in team of the season, you will probably see his gold card recover slightly, just because it's no longer going to be available in packs, and people who can't afford that version of him will go and buy the regular gold version, because during team of the season a lot of people spend money on FIFA points. They're opening a lot of packs, doing a lot of trading, putting a lot of effort into the game, really grinding, getting a lot of coins back, and it's when a lot of people buy their teams. So you see a lot of the high-end players rise in price when people do actually go and buy them, because there's still a really, really big demand for them. People are building like their kind of end game teams, and Ronaldo is a very end game player. So that's an example of when you could see these gold cards actually rise. But as of right now, all of these cards are in free fall. They're dropping down by the day. Looking at icons, I've seen these go very, very low recently. Prime Moments, best there, very, very cheap for him. Johan Cruyff, again, very cheap. You've seen just these cards dipping over the past couple of weeks now. And they're not going down as much as these types of icons, but they are very, very low. The mid-tier icons, though, are crazy cheap. You're looking at about 400k for someone like Stoichkov. Yesterday, he was actually under 400k, but these cards are very, very low. And then the baby icons is crazy. Ferdinand is down at like 300k, and that's for one of the better baby icon cards. And then for the worst of the worst icons, these are just getting lower every single day. They're down at like 225k or so as a complete lowest by now. It's insane how cheap these cards are, and they continue to drop just because we have so many packs right now. These cards are really getting packed so much, and there's a big supply of them on the market, obviously, because of all those packs. But the main concern of today's video was team of the season. It is the team of the season players and their prices. And hopefully I've helped you guys out with that. If you're looking to buy these cards, the best time is going to be, I think, Thursday morning, but you have to be early. I can't stress it enough. If you guys wait a little bit too long and you miss the boat, these cards will rise in price, and they really will rocket in a lot of cases. You're going to see these cards rise out of packs, and they're going to start that rise on Thursday before they go out of packs, because if you guys don't know anything about the game, Thursday is when the market rises, because people get coins from rewards, from division rivals, from foot champs. They get packs as well, and people go and buy new teams and buy new players, and you see cards rise. That is just something that's happened all year, and I expect it to be the same during team of the season, even more so just because we now have so many new cards which are really, really good. There are so many good players that people will want to go and buy. So You have to be early. You have to be on your console when rewards come out. The moment they come out, which is 9 a.m. UK time, I believe. The moment they come out, you guys need to be on your console and you need to be trying to pick these players up, whether that be on bid, whether that be by sniping. You want to be there trying to get as many deals as you can, trying to get your players cheaply. But if you're a little bit too late, because people are on their consoles ready to open those packs, they're hyped for rewards. If you're like an hour late, cards will already be rising and you'll have missed the boat. So if you want to get really good cheap deals, that is when I would recommend personally picking them up. One thing to bear in mind though is if you're looking at someone like Wan-Bissaka, don't get him this Thursday just because he's going to be in the Premier League team of the season, so he'll get packed a whole lot more, and that's a bigger, more popular team of the season. So for the Premier League ones, they're going to be obviously coming back into packs the next week, so they're going to have 2 weeks of being in packs. Someone like Ibra, though, we're not going to have an MLS or rest of the world team of the season for a few more weeks, so he'll then rise out of packs before probably then dropping down again when he's then re-released. I will be doing a video shortly on the calendar for team of the season, so when every single squad's going to come out, and that will give you guys a better idea. But for the smaller leagues like the Liga NOS, the MLS for example, it's going to be a while until we see them again, so you're safe picking up someone like Telles or Tagliafico on Thursday. I think that's going to be a good time. They'll also probably go quite low when we have the SBC, whenever that is, whether that's Tuesday or Wednesday in the evening. Although it's probably going to be untradeable, I think it is definitely untradeable. People who already have the cards as tradables will then sell them if they get a tradable version, or an untradeable version rather. If they get an untradeable version in their club, they'll obviously sell the tradable one they currently have. So we're going to see a little bit of a dip there. And there's just going to be a bigger supply of those cards in the game. Not necessarily on the market because they're untradeable, but in the game itself there will be more of those cards, and that will cause them to drop in value. So that could also be another good time if you're looking to pick up any of these cards. But it's going to allow you either way to get them ready for your weekend league team next week, and hopefully we're going to have some team of the seasons actually available in Raws the week after from the Premier League. Fingers crossed anyway. But there we go. That is going to be the end of the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any further questions, let me know down below. I'll be getting probably the last video in this series for a while out because I'm going away on holiday to France for a week on Wednesday, and then obviously I'm back again the week after on the 22nd, so I'll actually miss the entirety of the Premier League team of the season. I'll be back in time though, ready for the La Liga and the Serie A, the Liga, the Bundesliga, all of that stuff there as well. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to go and check out the sponsors of the channel on ebay.com if you want cheap games and game codes for Xbox Live and PSN. Over the weekend they do big discounts, and if you use my link down below and also my discount code E2A, you will get some further money off your purchases. Thanks very much to them for sponsoring the channel and helping me out, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.